Welcome to PIFO.
It's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. Cause I got me for life.
Yeah.
Woo, I don't need a hand to hold. Even when the night is cold, I got that fire in my soul.
Hello and welcome to Mads and the Monopoly. My name is Mads Steffensen and I'm your host today. At the Monopoly we are having 3 guests today. We're having Uffe Burkhardt, who is a fashion designer and homosexual.
Hello.
And then we're having Hella Juf joining us here tonight.
Hi.
Yes, Hella is a comedian and an actor. And then we're having Anders Breinholt.
Hello.
Known for his program The Night Team on TV2. The first dilemma for tonight is from an anonymous woman, and she writes, "Hello, Mads and the Monopoly. I prefer to be anonymous. I'm 23 years old. 23 years old, sorry. I'm a woman living in a small house in the suburb of Harare in Zimbabwe. I'm writing to you because I got a problem. I'm married and I have been it for 9 years. I've never really agreed to this marriage, but I have learned to live with it. I suspect my husband is cheating on me. He comes home late and every time I ask him why he gets mad at me and we start to argue. It has been like this for 3 or 4 years. The reason why we got married was because we had sex before marriage. He then offered me to marry him, and so I did, to save the honor of me and my family after I had brought shame over them. But I don't want to live like this anymore. I'm constantly worried about what he's capable of. What shall I do? Please help." So Hella, what do you think about getting married in such a young age?
I think it's way too early to get married at the age of 14. When you're 14, you're still a child, and I think you lose your childhood when you get married at the age of 14. And childhood is an important thing for a human.
I agree with you, Hella, and I think it's a very complicated dilemma because of there's many part of it, her feelings for the man or what he's doing to her, and her family that she brought shame over them, and they probably not forgive her for leaving the man, and she probably can't live by herself because if she got married at the age of 14, she probably didn't finish her education. So, yeah.
Perhaps there is some kind of organization that can help her, some kind of women's rights organization or anything. Do any of you guys know one of these organizations?
No, I haven't heard of such organization, but there probably is some. There probably are some, but I don't think they can help them all. This ain't the only example of such situations in Zimbabwe. There are several. So, Hella, now you are the only woman in this monopoly. So, what would you do if you were in this situation?
If I was in her situation, I would hurry up and pack my stuff and get away from him as soon as possible. I wouldn't live in a marriage like that, where I couldn't be the person I want to be.
Yeah, wait. I need to know her. How about you, Uffe? If you were in if you were the woman in this relationship, what would you do then?
Oh, that's a tricky question, Mads. I do not know. I think the tricky part is if I run away to find help, what if there's not any help I can get? Then I'll just be on my own and no one will help me because I've brought dishonor to the family. So perhaps the only thing she can do is to live with it.
What do you think, Anders? If she decides to run away like Hella would do you think that she could live by herself?
Probably if she got out of the village, because there would be a lot of the people in the village would probably hate her, because it's not in the culture that you run away from your husband. But if she could get away and find another village and another man, I think she probably would live. But I'm not sure if she could live by herself, like alone in a house, because she kind of needs a man.
Yeah. So you think that it's important for her to get a new start somewhere where there's no one that recognize her and.
Yeah, I think she needs to get away from the village to start a new life. And
I think the problem is no one wants to help her because the government is corrupt, and there are no. Well, these organizations, maybe they want to help her, but they don't really have any funds to help her with, so they can't really do much. So I'm not sure what I would do if I was in her place.
But do you think, Hella, that a solution for her could be to stay in this marriage and fight for it, and maybe hope that her husband will change?
No, I really think it's a bad solution to stay with the man. It sounds like the man doesn't care about her, so my best advice to her is to get away and get some help.
So just to sum it up, there's this woman in Zimbabwe who is in a marriage with a man who doesn't care about her, and she doesn't know whether to stay in the relationship or to run away. So Anders, what's your final piece of advice for her?
my final advice for her is, I've heard of this organization or group, LTMS, who plan to build a lot of houses in Zimbabwe. And my advice would be to try in a way to get a house from LTMS and make a new living there and get a new start.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree with Anders. I think that sounds like a very good idea. I didn't know anything about this organization before, but sure, I think that's what would be the best for her.
So the Monopoly's advice is for this woman to search for LTMS, and hopefully she'll get some help there. Yes.
You got it, miss.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
I don't need a hand to hold, even when the night is cold. I got that fire in my soul.